I am contending for honor and empire. My ancestors yielded to Roman valor. I am endeavoring that others, in their turn, will be obliged to yield to my good fortune and my valor.
Good evening, I am the Professor, and welcome to my latest video. This is going to be a short one of Tactician Cavalry, and there'll be a longer one with more in-depth and whatnot later on to follow, but this is just a short cheat sheet guide. So when you go to, over here, Legendary, Cavalry, Tactician, you're going to have 5 heroes, okay? Dio-chan doesn't count, sadly, sorry. She's not a very good combat hero. But you're going to have 2 different sets you can go. Hannibal, who's going to be your main hero that you're putting most of your focus and effort into. Cleopatra, who you can get for 5 stars for free, which is awesome. And who can boost and buff Hannibal very well. And then either you will go Justinian the Great, who is defensive oriented and heals, and with damage reduction. Or you go with Ashoka, who is just straight out bleeding edge, just maximum amount of damage possible. So he's actually a lot of fun. So how do you get him? Hannibal, you can get him from the Mightiest Governor event, and he will be available fairly early on, level 3. You just go and spin for him, and you can get him up that way. Cleopatra, you can get her through 2 ways. The Hero Tavern, she'll appear just naturally as a hero you can go for. But you can also get her from an event called the Borderlands Exploration. And that one will happen within 2 weeks, I think it is, from the start of the server. And you can get her all the way up to 5 stars automatically for free. So you can guarantee on getting Cleopatra to 5 stars that way. So that's her. Justinian is a weird one. You can get him a couple of different ways. The first one you can get him is from the Mightiest Governor event itself. If you can get top 70, you can get him. So you have to just top 70 most spending person on the planet, basically, on the server. Or when Hannibal has his wheel going, and you're looking at Hannibal's here, you can get 10 tokens of Justinian once you reach 120 spins. So you can save up enough coins to be able to get 120 spins, and you can get them that way for free, if that were the wanted. The other 2 ways are to go over to Daily Special, and he'll appear here. Not immediately. He'll only appear after the MGE is over, but this can be one way in which you can get extra Justinian tokens. Additionally, Kingdom's Horde will have him appear here as one of the options. You can go here. So if you're paying, you can get him quite easily, for cheap too. Finally, the last one, Cavalry Tactician, is going to be Ashoka. And there's only currently one way to get him, and that is to be top 10 for MGE. So you have to be one of the top 10 most spendy players on the server to be able to get him. He is for the whale of the whales and nothing else. Yeah, top 10 for here. So he's hard to get and only for the whales. Hence why Justinian ends up being the better option for many people. Now, Hannibal, what you want to do is, for his skills, is you want to go you do not want to go Crushing Impact, because you'll take that on Cleopatra. You want to go Weak Spot Attack, and you want to go Tactical Pursuit if you're not going to pursue the thing very high. It's great lower down. Or you can go Double Attack if you're going to pump this guy up really high, make him your main, and try to max him out. Hannibal's signature skill can get crazy high levels of power. So when it's lower, though, it's not. Lower on, it's not very good at all, actually. So lower on, Tactical Pursuit is better because it's extra damage on the side. As you get high up into the really high damage, Double Attack becomes more valuable because it boosts your signature skill. And Weak Spot also boosts your damage, which is nice, and it does good damage itself. So that's Hannibal. As for stars, rank 1 is great. Rank 3 is really huge boost to your damage because it's actually for each, so it's plus 140, which is a huge number. Rank 5 is absolutely bonkers, but I'll have to describe that one in the other video. So watch that one if you're really interested in why Hannibal just explodes at top rank. And finally, for your ring on Hannibal, there's 2 options you can go. This is one here, Radiant Guardian. This one here gives you extra chance for double attack. So that's what you want because it's more activation chance on your signature skill. If you cannot get Radiant Guardian and it's expensive, so I understand, Ring of Serpent is a good second alternative because it gives you extra strategy and with a might bonus. Cleopatra is giving you a lot of might, so that really boosts you. So that could be a very good secondary ring, or sorry, alternative. That's a whole lot cheaper. So next up is Cleopatra. Her signature skill here boosts your commander by 150, which is really, really good. 155, sorry. And it does a lot of damage itself. It's going to be about 340 at max rank. So she's going to hit hard. Now, of her customizable skills, it's the same thing as Hannibal. Crushing Impact, you want to take this one because it reduces the enemy commander's might, which jabs with your commander skill, and it does decent damage itself. War Tactic, you can go if you're not going to put high focus on this, because it's more valuable lower down, giving you extra damage rate, extra damage and recovery. This is the good for when you're like low spender or something like that, or maybe mid spender. It's only when you start maxing things out that double attack starts to become more and more valuable because it increases your signature skill activation, which puts more power on Hannibal. So that's good later on, but that's hers. Now, thankfully for you, stars are maxed out, so that's really good. Now, with her, the one I would suggest for your ring is the Ring of Rose. Okay, deals strategy damage there. It's just an extra little bit of bonus. Your third hero will get another purple one. I'll explain in a second. Okay, Justinian. He's great for the extra damage reduction and for the heals. Over here, you want to go... The two skills it's going to be is Peaceful Haven is really important because you'll be able to activate it almost constantly. I'm going to make the suggestion go Crushing Impact. They do not stack, but it gives you increased chances of at least one of them activating. And that becomes really important later on when your commander skill goes. So that would be his. Now, when it comes to stars for him, this is a nice bonus one. This one here is good because 5%, but you get a strategy bonus. So it's going to be actually about 10%, which is really nice, for 1 second. And that makes it less trustworthy. So you can go to 1 star and that's good enough. 3 stars is decent if you're going to end up spending, because you can get them alternate ways. So that's okay. 5 stars, it doubles the effect. That's really nice, but huge investment. Chances are you're only going to stop at 1 or possibly 3. Now for your ring, when you went with her, I gave her the Ring of Rose because she has an incredibly low might stat, which is unfortunate. These two, when you take them, oops, the ring that you want to go for there it is. Ring of Night Wolf. Okay? Every normal attack, or every 9 normal attacks, you'll get increases the damage of all of your heroes' normal attacks and secondary strike skills by 5% with a might bonus. That's what you're going for, because now that can increase the damage of your entire army. So as a second ring, this is the one you want to go for. And instead of putting on Cleopatra, put it on one of the other two. So, third hero, Ashoka. And this guy's kind of crazy. So, signature skill, very small numbers, doesn't look like much, but it's a might bonus and strategy bonus. So what this is going to do is go from 4% doubled and tripled up to about 12.5% is what you can expect. That is going to take Hannibal's signature, 25 plus 12.5, that's plus 50%. It's going to activate 50% more often, and basically just a 50% increase in damage. So this one here says 4% equals 50% increase to Hannibal damage. It's big. Really, really important. And then this thing here, I mean, if you want to go dumpster a couple of Solomon Tactician Archer armies, go for it. It's just kind of an extra bonus. Over here, the two that you want is Roar of Victory and Weak Spot Attack. Roar of Victory, because this is the one that does the highest base damage without stars. 360, 150, big major difference. 240. So, and 247. So this is taken because it gives you such a high damage early on. And you're going to be investing stars on other people. So that's that one. And the second one you're going for is weak spot attack, because Ashoka actually can do a fair bit of damage with these two skills. Like, that's a good one, and this one over here. So, you know, you get that, and you have a decent might score too. So you're looking at about a 40% increase to Roar of Victory. Very, very good. You can definitely want to go for that. It is better than Active Mercy, and it's better than Tactical Pursuit. Now, like I said with him, for the ring is you want the Ring of Night Wolf, depending on if you get Justinian or him, as your secondary ring. Now, his stars, this is just extra damage towards Hannibal. Awesome. This one here is control immunity effects. Whatever. So you want to take him up to level 1 and just leave him there. If you get to the point that you're really wailing and you want level 5, that 2% there takes it up from 12.5 up to, like, what was it? Almost 20%? I think it's 19 something. And now 25% activation plus 19% activation is almost double damage. Really huge. Really, really powerful. But you got to dump a huge amount of coins into it. So this is it. This is going to be my short one about Hannibal. The 3 ones that go. And it was rushed, but I wanted to try and see if I can't do a very short video. See how that turns out. So let me know in the comments if shorter video ended up being nice and better than my 40-minute long normal ones. But also just let me know if this is a style you want to see. There is going to be a part 2 that has a lot longer and a lot more in-depth, and that'll come later. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.